It's the saddest moment in recent football history.
A gente está aqui hoje para poder agradecer um pouquinho o que todos vocês fizeram por nós. Obrigado pelas orações, obrigado pelas vibrações, pelos pensamentos positivos. Hoje é um dia que a gente precisa celebrar a vida, celebrar o futebol. E eu queria humildemente que todos pudessem dar uma salva de palmas para aqueles irmãos que se foram.
It's one of the tragedies that changed football history forever. Chape's tragedy. Lamia Flight 2933 was carrying Chapecoense's squad to Medellin to play in the final of the South American Cup. It was a historic moment for the small Brazilian side. But Chape never made it. The chartered flight crashed into a Colombian mountain due to fuel exhaustion. Only 6 of the 77 passengers and crew survived, including footballers Ruskel, Fulman, and Neto. The entire world of football mourned.
Cada deles representava pouquinho de nós, estava ali dentro representando nós, a nossa paixão, o nosso amor. Então, perder todos eles assim dessa forma tão trágica destruiu totalmente com a cidade e com cada de nós.
The South American Cup was awarded to Chape. Teams around the world played in green kits in homage to Chape, and the team was FC Barcelona's guest of honor in the 2017 Gamper Cup. Munich air disaster. Such a tragedy had not hit the sport since 1958, when Manchester United were returning to England from Belgrade. United had advanced to the semi-finals of the European Cup, and their plane had to stop to refuel at Munich. The airport runway was covered in slush, which provoked the fatal accident on takeoff.
The plane appeared to stop, and the next second, the whole thing started to disintegrate and went dark, and I had the sensation of rolling round and round.
23 lives were lost, including 8 Manchester players. Bobby Charlton and Sir Matt Busby survived. Shockingly, the European Cup continued to be played. The Portside Massacre. Football in Egypt has seen extreme cases of violence by ultras and the armed forces who are meant to protect the people. Such was the case in 2012 when Al Masri received Al Ali. The local ultras invaded the visitors' tribune and attacked Al Ali fans using clubs, stones, and bottles.
كانوا بيحدفونا من ورا المدرجات اللي يقع ما يحطش منطق يفرفر ولا واحد من بتوع الامن حتى قال لهم انتوا بتعملوا ايه وبقى بالكذلك خدت كزدخ على دماغي وخدت الضربه في ايديا.
The armed forces refused to open the gates to let the fans out of the stadium. This entrapment and coordinated attack resulted in the death of 72 Al Ali fans. There were riots for weeks. The Football Federation was set on fire. The domestic league was shut down for 2 years. Salah left the Egyptian league because of that. 73 defendants were charged, including death sentences. Hillsborough and Hazel. It's hard to put words to these images. The 1985 European Cup final between Liverpool and Juventus turned into a tragedy before kickoff. Liverpool fans attacked Juventus' supporters, resulting in 39 deaths. But there is more to this story. UEFA picked Hazel as the venue for the final, a decaying stadium at best. A neutral zone was put right next to Liverpool's ultras, and it was filled with Italian fans living in Belgium. The mix of poor organization, the late response of the police and security, and ultra-violence made for a Molotov cocktail at Hazel. Once again, the final was played. Some federations have no shame. English football needed to change.
There were so many dead people and so many injured people as a result of seemingly the action of our citizens that it required very firm decisions and very firm measures.
Liverpool and English teams were banned from European competitions for years. Then, in 1989, Liverpool went through another tragedy in their FA Cup semi-final match at Hillsborough. The lack of order and control from the police led to a human stampede on the terraces. 96 lives were lost. Dangerous stadiums. Bastia received Marseille for a French Cup semi-final in 1992. Wanting to make the most out of the situation, a temporary stand was added to the Armand Cesari Stadium for the match. It collapsed before the match, killing 18 and injuring over 2,000. Years before, another football ground was also a death trap. The Valley Parade Stadium was opened in 1886 and has been Bradford City's home for over 100 years. Its antiquated design included wooden stands and was a matter of pride for the team. But in a third division match in 1985, it became hell itself. A small fire began during the match, and in less than 4 minutes, it engulfed the whole stand. The exits were locked, and many fell victim to this while trying to escape. 56 died, and over 250 were injured. This resulted in serious reforms in football stadiums around England, even leading to the final demolition of several.